Brian, what about this debate? We know that the Sanders camp has challenged Hillary Clinton to a debate here in New York. You know, obviously the question is, will you? We heard from Joel Bennington earlier today. He was on CNN, you know, chief strategist for the Clinton campaign, and he told us essentially that no, there would be no debate unless Sanders changed his tone, meaning, you know, they say that you guys are saying the Sanders campaign has gone negative. Do you agree with that? Do you think that unless Bernie Sanders changes his tone and you tell me how you want him to, you won't debate?
Well, look, it's still only March, so there's plenty of time to consider a potential debate in April, and if we have one, where the site for it would be. The Sanders campaign sent us a letter over the weekend, which I considered to have been a stunt. You know, we're coming off a week last week where we had very serious issues being debated. There was a huge contrast on display between
Why
the
was
very
it a stunt?
Well, look, as I was saying, last week you had a very important debate on national security. That Hillary Clinton laid down a plan to defeat ISIS and that was true to our values. You had Donald Trump going around talking about closing off the borders and banning Muslims from entering this country, bringing back torture. I think that the Sanders campaign is struggling a bit for attention, and even in the aftermath of their 3 wins on Saturday, I think the delegate math being what it is, people sort of realize that the Sanders campaign has an uphill climb. And so I think that this is an attempt by them to get back onto people's radar. And look, we're going to be campaigning heavily throughout New York. Hillary Clinton thrives in these debate settings, so we have no issue with debates. But I think that the Sanders campaign is increasingly telegraphing that they're going to be spending the next 3 weeks on the attack against Hillary Clinton. It was on display in the pages of the Washington Post over the weekend.
So if that doesn't change, am I hearing you say then no to a debate?
Well, there's plenty of time to consider it. We have more than 3 weeks between now and the New York primary, so there's plenty of time to consider that. We've put together debates on much shorter notice than this, but we are carefully watching the fact that the Sanders campaign is saying that they're poll testing new lines of attack on fracking and Wall Street to try to campaign negatively against Hillary Clinton throughout New York. We don't think it'll work. We think we're well positioned in New York, albeit it'll probably be a close contest, but we think that Hillary Clinton has a great deal of experience to draw upon and a lot of goodwill among New York Democrats, so we think we're in good position there. But the Sanders campaign is clearly trying to create issues and run negative attacks to try to get attention in light of the fact that the delegate math is pretty well stacked against them at this point.